This is Iron Trader. It is hump day, which means it is crude day. Now, the API report came out yesterday. It was pretty bearish. Crude had a build of 3 million barrels. Gasoline had a draw of 0.6 million. Distillate had a build of 0.1 million. And Cushing had a build of 0.1 million. Now, remember, the EIA report will be out here at 10:30, but the key today is going to be at 8:30, and that's going to be the CPI report. Okay, so you want to be very attentive to that CPI report. That's going to affect the market big time. Okay, as usual, let's review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, buy the ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, what we had here, we had a really nice double bottom situation with a higher low. Okay, so yesterday we had, it looks like a big red candle, but it still was an inside day candle. And basically, inside day means your high and your low is within the high and low of the previous candle. Okay, that's all that means. Okay, but it just couldn't hold this key level. So yesterday it got as high as 86.98. The previous day was 87.10. This is the number we're looking for here at 87.22. So you can see that resistance is right in that level right there. Okay, so we sold right down. It came a little bit below that 8 simple moving average here, but now so far we made a higher high. So yesterday's low, what do we have? We had 85.09, and so far today we had 85.13. So we got a higher low going here inside day. Now, the key to the upside, let's take a look at that first, is going to be this 8 SMA. Okay, so this is what you need to clear. This is going to be a little bit strong resistance. Okay, so you're looking at 85.79. So again, if we can get above all that here, then what we want to do is we want to look to the top of this candle. Okay, so you look at here, that's 86.20. We'll look to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 86.32, and then we can just follow the candles right on up here. So we just look at yesterday's high, 86.98, 87.10, 87.22, and this is the big boy we're looking for on the retest. Is 87.63, and that's also your breakout to go to the next level. But everything's going to be based on if we can get above this 8 SMA and through this strong resistance that's going on right here. Okay, now on the downside, obviously we want to look to yesterday's low. You're looking at 85.09, and then we'll look at both of these candles here. But what we really want to do is take the lowest one. You're looking at 84.64. Okay, so that is going to be your support level because we've held it here. So that's going to be very key support. Again, if that's lost, we can come to the top of this candle, 84.49. We look to the bottom of this one is 83.85. And then what we want to look at is this 83.21, 83.12. But realistically, it's going to be right there, that 82.95 level, which is going to be the key. Now, your 8-day is still moving up nicely. 21-day, you can see your 50-day cross the 200-day. That shows that it's very, very bullish here. Okay, so we had a really good run. This was on a possible another war out there in the Middle East going on. So it had a really, really nice, good rally here. Now it just kind of calmed down. So we got to just see how this all affects. Now, again, you want to watch that EIA report here at 10:30. That could be a market mover, but that CPI number here at 8:30, that's going to be very, very crucial. Okay, so keep your eye on that. That's going to be crucial. So again, just watch this 8 SMA here on the upside, and then we watch yesterday's high. Watch yesterday's low, and then this key level right here, this 84.64. Then you can just work your candles down until you get down here to your 21 SMA. Now your RSI here looking good. You can see we're just like a little bit over bought condition, but that doesn't really mean nothing. This can just keep grid on going. All that really is just showing that relative strength, that you have really good strength in this commodity. Okay, your green is above your red. That shows you have good positive momentum. Same way with here on your MACD on your weekly chart, showing very good positive momentum. With this here, you got to be a little patient with this here, but you're only sitting here at the 60 level. We could have plenty of room to run on the upside here. Now, when we look here on your weekly, so far, now again, today's only Wednesday. You got to go all the way till Friday. We have what they call just an inside week. It's like we have an inside day. It's just an inside week. Your high and your lows are within the inside of the previous week. Now, the key level, obviously, here that you want to hold on a weekly basis is at 82.62. And then we want to hold that 8 SMA here at 81.45. Very, very crucial. The upside, this is the key level, is at 87.63. Once you break out of that, then we have a tight level here at 87.83, and then you have 88.29, and that's the candle you're looking for. That's 89.85. Let's just call that $90. Okay, then we come up to the left here, 91.23. You have 91.88, 92.43, and this is the level you're looking at. It's 95.03. Let's call that $95. Okay, so we have a 90 level, we have a 95 level, and then above that, you got to go right to 100. Very, very easy here. Now, I got to just remember here, you still have the market is really tightening up here in crude oil, okay, because the Saudi Arabia maintained their cuts of 2.2 million, and what I did a little research on it, and really what is happening is not only but their compliance. That's what I always look at it. How are you compliant? Because you can say, I'm going to cut this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But the compliance is right there. It's over 90% compliance. So everyone is sticking right together here, and that's going to take crude oil up higher. That's the key, which you have to watch. Okay, so always look at the compliance. Plus, Russia now is cutting back on the crude oil. They had some refineries that blew up there, that got blown up, I should say, but the crude oil, they're cutting back on that. So you're going to have a real tight market here. So we got to just see if there's any kind of a more disruption or some kind of a catalyst. Plus, we have the seasonality here. So you got to be very, very careful here on the crude oil, because once you get ripping above this 87, then right there, 90 is going to be your target, and then 95, and then 100 very, very easily. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, natural gas finally getting off the schneid really, really nice, and the chart is looking really, really good here. Okay, so let me just big this up a little bit here. Okay, so what we had here is you had an indecision day, and then we held this key level, the 21 SMA, and it closed above your 50 SMA. Okay, that's always very, very bullish. Okay, so yesterday we had a we had a higher high, and it went above this key level here. This is that 1.906, but you notice that it couldn't close. It closed at 1.88. Now today we have another higher high. So yesterday's high was 1.924. So far today we have 1.932. Okay, so we have a nice higher high. So very, very nice. See where you have a nice series of higher highs and higher lows? That's always extremely bullish on the chart. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to watch this key 8 simple moving average. Now you can see it crossed above the 21 day, it crossed above the 50 day, and that's looking very, very good. So even if it comes down here and it retests it, that's basically your buying opportunity here, where you want to take that as a trade and go long with it. Okay, so until that pattern changes, okay, that's a very, very bullish pattern. It looks like it wants to go higher. So today we hit 1.932. The next level we're going to be going to here is 1.955, and then you have 1.98. And then this is the candle that we're looking for. This is that 2.0. Okay, so that's very, very key level here on the upside. Now, let me just take this down a little bit here. Okay, so once you get to that 2.0, then we can just look to the left of the chart. Your next level is going to be that 2.04, 2.10, 2.12, and then this is the candle that we're looking for, 2.168. Okay, that is your gap. Okay, your fill is up here, but that is your target. And then right above that, we have this level here, 1.22. That's your 21 SMA. Then you have 1.25, your 100 SMA, and then we can retest that gap fill, which is that sitting at 2.42. So you got some really, really nice targets there on the upside. Okay, so on the downside, what we want to watch here is, okay, on the downside, what you always want to watch here now is these key levels. Okay, so this 8 SMA, you're sitting at 1.844. So if it comes right down there, that's just a buying opportunity, just like it did yesterday. Okay, so it went right up high, and then it came down, and then it rallied back up again. That was a great scalping opportunity. Okay, so that's what you want to look for here. Okay, so this is what you need to watch today is 1.84. Very, very key. And then we want to watch this 50-day at 1.80, and then we have your 21-day here at 1.758. Now for the week, we want to watch right there, 1.751. Okay, very critical. It's just below your 21 SMA. Okay, now you can see when you look at this 8 simple moving average, now you can see where it came all the way down, it flattened out, and now she's curling up. Now look at these candles, what we have. See, when you have the red candles, you had a high, lower high, lower high. Until that reversed, this was the reversal candle right here. Then what do we have here now? Okay, so for the week so far, we have a high, higher high, higher high, and same way with the higher lows all the way through. Very, very bullish. And this is the key, is holding that 1.752 by the end of the week. So this is looking very, very good here. Very, very strong, very, very bullish here on the chart. Now, here's your MACD. It looks like your green is about to go over your red. We have to see if that's going to take place. That's also very bullish. And here's your target that you're going to be looking for here. Okay, so we can look for here your 2.0, your 2.16. But realistically, on your weekly chart, the target here we're looking for is 2.22. If we can get above that, you have a nice target here at 2.51. Okay, so always look at that. And remember, we have this gap. That's that 2.16. Then you have a fill right below that here at 2.31. So a lot of really good upside targets, but you also needs to hold is that 8 SMA here on a closing basis on Friday. So this is looking very, very bullish here. RSI, plenty of room to run. You only had 58. MACD, green over your red, shows that you got good positive momentum to the upside. Looking very, very good. Now, any kind of a pullback in this is a buying opportunity here. So don't let it say, oh, it popped up here. A lot of times it will pop up here in the pre-market, and then she'll come right on down here. But that's all fine. Okay, this is I don't think, unless you get some kind of a big catalyst, we're just going to smash right on up here. This is how she's going to look like. She's just going to keep right on creeping up here. Okay, that's what we're looking at. So never get impatient. Just trade the range, okay, and what you have. So I'll be looking here. Well, actually, I am still long UNG from yesterday, because what we did is we held this key 8 simple moving average. I cut my position down to 2,500 shares at the end of the day, took some profit, put it in the pocket, and what I did is I'm still holding the 2,500 shares. Now, again, if I'll be maybe even see how this is going to trade, sell some, maybe sell it all, but if it pulls back, I'll be a buyer here as long as it holds this key 8 simple moving average. Okay, let's look at an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Okay, your hourly chart here looking very, very good. Okay, so what do we have here? You came down, you retested it, and then we looked at all these levels here that we moved up. That was a key level, that 1.89, and then moved right on up here to this level here, which was basically 1.924. That was yesterday. Now we can see here with the nice higher high. See how it follows that 8 simple moving average all the way up? Now it came all the way down here, but you notice that it held this key W pattern. See this? I've been pointing this out here. Now, as long as you hold, see that centerpiece, which you did, and then you want to really hold this like a neckline kind of a situation, and it did, okay? And then it rallied right on up here, and now she's breaking on out here. So this here, always watch for these kind of patterns, these W patterns, very, very bullish. Now, again, sometimes it does go on up here, and then it wants to come down, or make like a little cup situation, and then it rallies on up here. Or she might fall down again and make a bigger W. But this was just a beautiful pattern that says once we get above this level, and then we cleared that right there, she went up higher. And then when she pulled back, it held this level here coming all the way across here. Now, we don't worry about the spike. What we look for is that green candle. So when you take that bottom of that green candle all across, see how nice that is? And now look at, she's rallying up very, very nicely. Now, here we can see on your 4-hour chart, okay, well, there's your rally. So then what we do is we just look right to the left here. You would just take these price channels and come right across, okay? So there's your 1.95, there's your 1.98, and then there's your 2 point, that is going to be your target that eventually that we want to hit. But this chart here is looking very, very bullish here to the upside. Any kind of a pullback, just like we had here, that's always a buying opportunity. Now remember, natural gas doesn't get the name Widowmaker by nothing here, okay? For nothing, you know what I'm saying? So always, keep a very, very keen eye on this here, and trade it, okay? There's no problem. Take a profit. Don't worry about not taking a profit. Oh, I didn't get the high. I didn't buy the low. So what? You got that big chunk in the middle. That's all the main things. You start that on Monday. By the time you get to Friday, you're going to realize, wow, that's a lot of money here. Okay, that's all you need to do. Okay, so that's what we're looking at today. Now remember, that CPI report is going to be out here at 8:30. Keep your eye on that. That's going to be a market mover. That's going to measure the inflation. like they're always talking about the Fed. They had like all the big boys. They said there's going to be 6 cuts. I knew they're never going to be 6 cuts because you're right now you have this seasonality. Okay, everything is a seasonality here. Okay, the jobs are going higher. Well, sure, because you're hiring now for the summer. Okay, oil's going higher. Natural gas is going to be going higher. Gasoline is going higher. Why? Because you got summer driving. I mean, it's so simple. I don't understand how you cannot like see this. Okay, you're not going to get no 6 cuts. Then they cut it down to 3 cuts. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be lucky if they cut it all. You're going to be lucky if they don't raise here on the inflation. Inflation is not coming down. Inflation is going up. Okay, so just remember that. But watch that CPI report. It's going to be a market mover. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here at midday trading, and we will look at natural gas and crude oil, get a little update on that, and then we'll throw something else in the old mix. All right, thanks for watching.